I'm telling you, if you get any free time, watch through the entire Cold War series, and you will learn everything Dema learned.
Okay.
I leave my playthroughs very educational. I leave in a lot of the teaching moments. Sri Lanka is going to be a huge help in opening up multiple fronts against India whenever that war happens. The only problem is that you're going to need a much larger military than you have in order to maintain more than one front. India has almost a in-the-middle military bar. Their overall production isn't actually that good. So you can definitely get more troops than them. And higher tech troops than them.
I think I got almost all my Marines out of there so far. I have more ground forces coming. I should. They're just being dumb and not moving.
I love how the nuclear weapons test research permanently increases your pollution levels and your healthcare costs.
It's all that radiation from the testing.
Yeah. Apparently I missed a petrol plant somewhere. Oops. Oh, inflation down to 8.2 and still slowly dropping. Slowly. Emphasis on slow. Captured a spy from El Salvador, because why not?
got all my merchant marines separated. So taking the gunbow, land north, and then head north.
Inflation down to 8.1. Oh, come on. And then it's gonna rise again when I try to fucking repair everything in the Middle East. Placing down a couple more roads in Israel just to really even things out. I'm making it the most
you're doing over here.
like infrastructured up place that I fucking have. Doesn't need to be, but I'm making it that. It's because it's going to be such a hub of movement for me. Anything in the Middle East that is headed anywhere, anything headed anywhere, is going to head through the Middle East. If it's going west to east, it's going through Israel. I got the alliance with Kurdistan.
Oh, nice.
Well, the only thing we're missing in the entire Middle East, kind of, would be Oman. At least in this, region of it. Are we gonna go for Oman? They're pretty small.
I'm not planning on doing it.
You're not?
Not yet, anyway. I can't get their population to like me, so kind of like the same thing with the Saudis.
I mean, it just takes throwing an insane amount of money at them. That's all. I'll start working on them. And then maybe my friendship will help you. Might as well unify the entire Middle East, right?
Yeah, go for it.
What? I can imagine the
We
day
already
that we
have.
go to war with like NATO. It's just gonna be a bum rush into Turkey. Turkey's kind of like the point that we cannot pass. Turkey and Russia. You cannot go past there because Russia is Russia. We get an alliance with Russia, that'll be good. But Turkey is protected by basically all of NATO. We can go into the Mediterranean and into Africa. One thing you're definitely going to want to start having more of, though, is military production. I can already tell.
All just overall like land and air.
Mainly land. Because almost every target we're going for, the problem we have is the amount of land forces we have. Because we started out with so little, and they started out so weak. And, you know, if a goal is to invade India, what you need is land forces, you know?
Yeah.
You want as many land forces you can get, and you want them to be all as up to date as you can get them. Sri Lanka only has a naval and a land base production on it. You could definitely do to increase the number of land there. It's up to 3. Setting up a little bit of production in the Middle East would probably be smart. Maybe 3 tops.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt, I guess.
And that would get you up to like 17 at that point. Or 20, maybe, actually. Yeah. 19? Wait. 3. 19. If you got the land production on Sri Lanka up to 3 and you put 3 in the Middle East, that would get you up to 19, which would be just a little bit under me, but it would be well ahead of India. And then you give it a few years in game and you'll stand a damn fine chance against India. Especially if I work my way up there and help you. I guess the biggest problem is just that I haven't gone deeper into Indochina yet, but you know, I had to react to Israel warmongering. Now I have to go for Madagascar for uranium. After that, I can look at going into Indochina. For now, I have my priorities. I could skip a lot of Indochina, though, if I just sent all my units into Bangladesh, which I have the capability of doing, and just strike out from Bangladesh. As long as I got a barracks over there ASAP, it would be okay.
Yeah, I got to build more Air Force.
I know exactly where I could go at the start of a war with India to get a barracks and an air base. It's only like 2 tiles out of Bangladesh. If I sent my entire land force there, I could definitely be of help. I think we're getting real close to a point where we actually can take India. Me heading into Indonesia or not, or Indochina. Even without doing that, I think it's getting closer and closer to being possible.
Send over a few more bombers. Additional air support. Yeah, if we can attack them from all sides.
I could go really, really heavy, send as much as I can into Bangladesh and do what damage I can and try to conquer the entire eastern part east of Bangladesh and then start pushing west into a lot of their residential areas. You could aim heavily for New Delhi, their capital, and then work your way down south to Mumbai. You could maintain an extra front if you have enough troops, although you may not even need to do this. In the south, I could get rid of Kolkata. That would be one of the places they would send a second capital to. It's right next to Bangladesh. And conquering India would get our populations up so high.
Oh, yeah.
More so if it's like an even split of population. It probably won't be.
Like here's 500 million for you, here's 500 million for you.
Let's try 600.
Oh yeah, they're at 1.2
Even
billion.
then, we would have population equivalent to Russia and South Korea. That doesn't immediately do anything for us, but it gives us the potential to accelerate into what Russia and South Korea have the potential to accelerate into. Which will be important if we ever want to, defeat the United States for whatever reason, which, by the way, has $1.2 trillion.
In debt, probably.
With a T. A T. Trillion.
Yeah, but how much of that is coming from debt, you think?
Probably a good amount, yeah. They have in debt 15 trillion. I think that's twice what they started as. They're fueling major expansion and overhaul through debt, and they are somehow maintaining it. Like, their credit rating is doing great. Their inflation is nice and high. Their military is still, like, unbeatable. It's growing. Like, it's still growing, and they're deploying more every day. Eventually, they'll pass Russia for deployed units. I hope if anyone has to fight the US, it's not us. I hope it's Russia and or South Korea. Just not us. We already had to take care of Israel.
Yeah, thank God they didn't jump in on that. Although they might have if we were the ones to actually, but ours was in response, so.
Well, Israel didn't have any allies, so.
Oh. Oh, well, good.
I would have been a lot more cautious about it if they had allies.
Alright, well, my build-up down there is definitely looking a lot better.
Definitely, yeah. It's still mostly not landing craft, so, like, when you get Nagambo, your first step will be to get most of the units off of Nagambo.
Yeah, this time I'm gonna break up north.
Do you have more land units you can send?
Let's see. Yeah, I have light infantry. It's
Infantry, tanks, and recon. That's what you need. Infantry, tanks, and recon.
Mostly I just have a little bit of infantry left, some air defense, and artillery.
How many total land units do you have?
Deployed right now, 362, and reserve 246.
Land units, you clicked on the land thing and got that number? You clicked on filter to land units?
Yes. Deployed units, 362.
Really?
Yeah.
So in total, you have over 500 land units?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, it sounds like your military and land units is as big as my total military is.
Still got let's see here. Do a highlight of the whole area, see if I have anybody left. Just a couple troops in Iraq. There's only 2 units.
How many troops do you have built up over there right now?
Shows 181.
Where's the rest of your deployed units?
That's a good question. Let's see where the hell these guys are.
Because if you have 500 land units, you can make a much larger showing of force than is currently here. That's why I wanted to make sure you didn't have it filtered to all branches. That you clicked the green filter to land units button.
Oh, yes, I see. Okay. I thought I had it selected. Okay, yeah, no, it makes sense. 189 deployed units, reserve units 199.
That makes a lot more sense. See, after dealing with Dema, I know mistakes when I hear them. Even if the other person is sure they're not making a mistake, I know the mistake when I hear it. Because I was going to say, there's no way your land force is as big as my military. If I learned one thing by watching you fight in Iraq, it's that your land force was a lot smaller than I expected. But it sounds like half of it is still in reserve. Search for all the offensive units you have. Infantry, recon, tank. Because that can't all be AA and artillery. .4% inflation. It's gone down so much. It's beautiful. It was at 7% before I started the war. It's February and I'm still recovering from the inflation.
Let me see how mine's doing. Oh, my inflation's at 5.7. Go ahead and lower down taxes a bit here. Smidge, and I'll increase social spending a little bit.
So who do you think's starting the next war, aside from your with Sri Lanka? Now that Israel's not a factor.
Let me see here. Who would it likely be a high candidate? About the U.S. goes into Cuba.
I doubt it. But that would be funny. Cuba would crumple. Absolutely crumple. I've seen this kind of shit happen before. That's how I know it would crumple. I hope whoever declares war is a big war, and I hope whoever it involves, it does not negatively affect us, so that we get the bonuses of selling goods during a big war while not being involved in the big war and while having no reason to involve ourselves in the war. That's my hope.
Right.
God, I have so much money and so little expenses right now. I'm selling things at like 4% markups, like 4% markup for electricity, oil a 1% markup, wood a 1% markup, consumer goods 1% markup. I'm not even selling agriculture at a markup. It's at 0. Because I just have so much money. It's quite an inverse problem from the start of the game.
When you had none.
When I had none, yes.
Oh,
my inflation's down to 7.2.
Agriculture, no profitability to sell no more.
Yeah, the price has plummeted. I locked it off. I'm gonna start and see if I can repair everything in the Middle East that I took. A lot of stuff to repair and build. It will probably heat my economy up again while I do it. Quite a bit. It's also going to spend quite a bit of money and quite a bit of industrial goods. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff that could be repaired, but some things like aerospace engineering, mission control, orbital launch pad, any research centers, those are going to take a lot. Yeah, I just used 3 billion in one day. I'm using 100,000 industrial goods a day. Jesus fuck.
Jesus Christ.
So it's not always a good thing to take over land. Not always a good thing. Also, I love how you haven't changed any of the buildings that are on Baghdad. You just kept what was there.
I'm preoccupied with all this shit so far. Like, I haven't gotten over there yet. Like, I haven't even, like, bothered with it.
Yeah,
I will, after the war.
Inflation's already going up. So you got some more troops on the way, though. That's good. It's a big undertaking. I'm glad you waited this long to do it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Can I have some money real quick?
What do you need?
I ran out.
You ran out?
I ran out of money. Mind just dumping money into me as if I was a diplomatic target real quick? Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Back to the grind.
Don't spend it all in one place.
I'm going to.
Well, I ain't got no more to give you if you do, so good luck.
I'll just turn it off if it gets too bad.
That's
and then
okay.
resume it later.
I can make a quick cash grab. I know who to sell to.
I'm sure I could as well.
Oh, Japan!
Or, I could also take out debt if I needed to. How much can I take out? I can take out 20 bill per day. Wow, that's gone up. Looking good. It's calming down. My industrial usage has gone from 100,000 per day to 50,000 per day. It was just an explosion of usage all at once. Bahamas wants to sell me industry goods. Fuck off. Okay, that'll be enough money.
Okay. Yeah, I just sold some stuff. I got myself back up to 20 bill. Or 15, sorry, 15.
Ah, you would have worked your way up there anyway. Your minister by default adjusts a lot of prices for things you sell to kind of meet a target that he wants to meet. That's why I was maintaining 2 bill at the start. My minister was like, 2 bill's enough.